Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series Target exclusive Guardians of the Galaxy Yondu. This is a classic Yondu from the comics. It's the first time we've gotten it. Hasbro did release one in the 3 3/4 inch line, but finally we're getting some 6-inch classic Guardians of the Galaxy. So we have already Vance Astro, which released years ago in one of the movie Guardians of the Galaxy waves. I want to say it was the Titus Build-A-Figure wave. So we have him already, and now we have Yondu. The first appearance, Star-Lord, is coming out. I don't believe Star-Lord was an original member of the Guardians of the Galaxy team. And then the Ronan the Accuser, Amazon exclusive deluxe figure, was branded as Guardians of the Galaxy as well. So Yondu, Ronan, and Star-Lord are three comic Guardians of the Galaxy figures that are coming this year. In fact, Walmart exclusive Star-Lord figure was just delayed a whole month. Today, Walmart sent out the email saying, hey, by the way, this is actually expected to ship out around May 16th or something like that. And then I think Dan Yoon on Twitter, I believe it was Twitter, unless it was a fan stream, had mentioned that there is going to be another classic Guardians of the Galaxy figure that is going to release this year. That is just a tease, no confirmation of a character or anything like that. But something is going to be coming this year. But anyway, looking at the package, we see the Yondu figure there. It says Guardians of the Galaxy in yellow and purple, just like the Ronan the Accuser box did. It says Guardians of the Galaxy up there. We get the comic artwork for Yondu on the side. We get the render of the figure. Another look at the figure with the accessories and things. And that is it for the box. We get rid of that. And then now we get in for a closer look at this Yondu figure. And it's pretty good. I actually really like this figure. Okay, before I get into the review, shout out to Art with Toys Rick for picking this up at his local Target store and shipping my way before, like the day before heading out to vacation. So he picked this up and shipped it out. So I appreciate it, Rick. Thank you so much. Link in the video description below to his YouTube channel, and check him out on Instagram. Chances are you're probably following him on one of those. He also did a review of Yondu, so check it out. He also posted a photo of Yondu with the arrow flying, and he uses the glass technique and everything. It's pretty awesome. He's great at posing figures and doing some really cool photography, so make sure to check him out on Instagram and YouTube. Links in the video description. Okay, so here is a close-up look at the Yondu figure, and so here, the head sculpt looks very good. Pointy ears. The digital face print looks very good. We even get a little bit of dark blue in there for his lips. The eyes came out good. Eyebrows all good. And then he's got his signature fin up at the top of his head. As you can see, it's not a straight fin. It's got some curvature to it as it's really depicted in the images and stuff. One odd thing though is out of the package, that fin is not on his head, so it's not part of the figure, which is probably a good thing. So fitting it in package and then making the colors and doing those things is a bit weird. So it came in the package like this, and then you just have to put it on. It fits in there nice and tight. You don't really have to worry about it falling out in any kind of way. So you could just port it right back in, and there you have it. And that looks pretty good. In terms of accessories, he has this quiver, which we've seen multiple times with like Hawkeye figures. So it's just gold down here, and then up in the arrow portion, it is all a red color. The arrow that he comes with is red in color, and that is pretty good. As you can see, for the most part, it kind of matches. And then he has this bow. The bow I kind of like. So it's this gold color here, but then the string, it actually is this translucent plastic, which is quite interesting the way they do it. So it provides a little bit of flexibility, and it's not, so bad where it's gonna kind of break off. It could, I'm sure, so be careful with it, but it's kind of nice that it adds a little bit of the flexibility to it there, and it kind of gives it a real look, because a lot of times you get a bow without the string, and then it's like, well, that's kind of odd. So now we get that, so that is pretty cool, and that's the only accessories that it comes with. I guess he has this kind of the strap around him there. One thing that that is a complaint though is, with what he's wearing, it's just painted on. Now, if it was sculpted, that would have been really cool, but obviously, Hasbro tends to not give us new sculpted torsos and things like that with comic characters a lot of the times, and that's unfortunate. But like this red piece, that's kind of like part of his suit, but they just painted it. Which I don't hate, but, it's always nice to get sculpted stuff. It actually comes out looking better than I thought it would. Like at first I'm thinking, oh man, you know, how's that going to look? It actually looks pretty good. Having this figure in hand, it's actually a lot better than I really honestly thought it would. I'm like, oh, you know, it's on the Spider-Man $20.99, so it's going to be decent in terms of articulation. But having it in figure in hand, I really like the blue and the orange. I think the colors just kind of pop together, and it looks really good. He's got this gold band around his bicep up here. He's got this gold wrist gauntlet piece. He's got like a championship belt here. I'm just kidding, but it is shaped like that. And then he's just got like these same orange boots that matches like his left side up there, similar to his fin. But that is the Yondu figure. Some gold paint there on the sides. All looks pretty clean. As you can see, it is a reused body, just repainted. So we do have pins on the knees, pins on the elbows. But hey, all blue, all blue, all blue, all blue, all blue, and then all orange. Tiny bit of gold be missing there, so I don't mind the pins necessarily when it all matches colors. Obviously I prefer no pins and for it to be pinless, but when we have pins and it's all the same color, it's not nearly as bad, and I can look past that. But yeah, there's the details of Yondu. So now let's go ahead and check out his articulation. Okay, Yondu can look all the way down. He can look up quite a bit. The fin does not get in the way, which is good. You get a full rotation in there. Some pivot going on there. Not a huge amount, but some. You can get the shoulder to go straight on out like so. You get a full rotation. If I can figure it out, there it is, the full rotation in that shoulder. And of course, we get the butterfly joint, so you can get the arm to go back that much. In terms of cross body, you can get him to go that much across the body there. There is the upper bicep swivel on him. He's got the double jointed pinned elbow, so you get that much bend there at the elbow. Wrist swivel, and they do hinge. Both hands are just kind of standard open holding hands. We got the ab crunch on Yondu, so he can crunch forward that much. He can go back that much there. You got the waist swivel. You might have to move the belt a little bit to really get a good turn in there. Legs go out that far apart. Why does this one not go more? Maybe a little bit. So you get the legs to go that far apart there. He can kick forward very high, which is good. Leg doesn't really go back. You got an upper thigh cut in there. Double jointed knee like so. Mine was out in kind of the heat, so my knees feel a little gummy. It's definitely kind of hardened up now that I've had it, you know, inside for a few hours. But there is some gumminess. It's not as bad as like the Future Foundation Stealth Spider-Man. That thing was horrible. So just a heads up on that. There may be some gumminess to it. I don't know if that's going to affect all of them or if it's just going to affect mine again, because it was sitting in the mailbox for a couple of hours. So, you know, it was out in the heat, but a little bit of gumminess on that knee. You get a boot swivel in there. Foot hinges that far down. You get a little tiny bit of hinge up, not a huge amount. Ankle pivot, peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So there is the Yondu. And again, the Spider-Man 2099 body has always had pretty good articulation. I'm a big fan of it. We are getting to the point where it's becoming like super overused, and we need to really get going on the Vulcan body, because that one does have butterfly joints and everything. But you know, when it's done on a good figure, when it's done right, you know, typically like total aesthetic of an action figure, I really, really like it. And I think here it's a really good choice. Again, I just think the figure, you know, having it in hand, looking at the blue and the orange, just really works. Something about it is just a lot of fun to play with, even though it's a body that we've seen so many other times. But when you get the design of the figure, you know, new different head sculpt on there, just becomes a lot of fun. And I'm really liking what they did here. Okay, so Yondu and Yondu Udanta. So MCU Yondu is very different. They both have blue skin. They both have that fin up there. They both control an arrow while whistling. Whereas the MCU version, he just controls the arrow purely by whistle. Yondu does have bow and arrow to where he can then control the arrow while whistling. So a little bit of a difference. Design choice, obviously very different. You know, they went the whole Ravager aspect of Yondu. The original Guardians of the Galaxy team members, you know, Martin X, Charlie 27, Stakar Ogard, are in the movie, and Sylvester Stallone's Stakar Ogard, is going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So that is pretty cool, but we don't have Yondu. And again, Dan did tease that another Guardians of the Galaxy figure is going to be coming. Is it going to be Stakar, Charlie 27, Martin X? I don't know. We'll see. But you guys let me know down in the comments of which one you think they'll be doing. Okay, and then here we have kind of the more close-up or better side-by-side comparisons with Vance Astro and Ronan the Accuser. Again, hopefully we get to see more comic Guardians of the Galaxy figures. You know, the team with Star-Lord and Gamora and stuff is a more modern take as opposed to the classic Guardians of the Galaxy. But hopefully we get to see more. I'm curious which ones we will see. You guys let me know in the comments below, who would you like to see released the most? I do want to point out that the arrow that he comes with, I did look this up, so the Yondu Yaka arrows are only about 15 inches in length, so this arrow would super not be accurate, but at least we get a arrow. A shorter arrow would have been nice to get, so I guess in that aspect, Yondu's Yaka arrow is about accurate from the source material. So that's just a little interesting take that I kind of got on there. And then his bow would be a 5-foot bow, which I guess is pretty damn close to being pretty accurate. But that is the review of the Yondu figure. Again, it is a Target exclusive. It's just now hitting stores. I think it started hitting stores like on Friday or Saturday. And it's pretty much in Northern California and Southern California. I don't know about anywhere else. You guys would have to take a look. I think pre-orders on Target.com are still open, so I'll have a link in the video description below. So if you need to put in your pre-order just to make sure that you can secure it, or hit up your local Target store, they might have it. Target's doing a reset, I think, set for April 16th. So you'll start to see some new stuff, but you may have a hard time getting somebody to go to the back or try to find something. But after the 16th, hopefully they should be good. Hopefully they do those toy resets sooner rather than later. But sometimes with Target, you just never know. But you guys let me know your thoughts on this Yondu figure down in the comments below. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Hit that join button to become a channel member and be a part of the NCU Collective. And as always, thank you for watching.